the original Spoilers. John Keaton, your referee.
Good night. Will you look at that? I tell you what, we spent a lot of time talking about who Brooks was going to award the thing to as far as the manager. I think it's time somebody better start talking about the dangerous aspect of the thing. This guy's in another world. He is unchained. The bell rings. Here we go. The thing versus the spoiler. Folks, I hate to be so one-sided in my commentary, but I think Brian Adias is absolutely deplorable for what he's done. After all Kerry has been through, for him to pull something like this on the modern-day Warrior is absolutely inexcusable. Not only is it inexcusable, but it's a, if you'll pardon my French, it's a hell of a mess. Here's the thing on the spoiler. The spoiler, an immense wrestling talent known around the world, will have his hands full with this uncontrollable madman that Killer Brooks has brought in. You know, the thing's pretty good size. He's every bit as tall as the spoiler, and I think the spoiler stands 6'4". The thing in charge with the chin lock from behind. I don't like being around the thing. There's a tremendous drive. But the spoiler knocks him back in the rope. Good move by the spoiler. Killer Brooks says the thing's going to make him a rich man. Down comes the spoiler from the turnbuckle. Thing in the corner. Right after this match, we're going to show you the big tag team main event last week from the auditorium. It's a thriller. That'll be immediately following this bout. The thing has the spoiler over along the near side ring rope. There's what Killer Brooks sees from his vantage point. Flying snapmare. And the thing is in charge. Big card Friday night in Dallas, main event, Brian Adias versus gentleman Chris Adams. That'll be a good one. Killer Brooks and the Thing tag team against Matt Bourne and the Spoiler. The Midgets will be in Dallas Friday night. $1 Million Baby versus Midget Charlie Fisher. Don't miss the Midgets on the card Friday night in Big D. Been a long time since we've had midgets. Spoiler picks the Thing up with a body slam. Spoiler is doing more against the Thing than anybody I've seen yet, including Bruiser Brody. Down comes the Spoiler. The Thing is thin, but kicks off at 1. 1, 2. Killer Brooks up on the apron now as the Spoiler is taking charge. There goes Brooks. But down goes the spoiler as well. Look out. The Thing is grabbing the chain, which broke free when Brooks went down. He has got the chain around his wrist and is hitting the spoiler with the chain. He has hit the referee with the steel chain. The spoiler, I know, is going to be bleeding underneath that mask. The Thing out of control with a chain leads.
Person tonight are going to get to see a great special challenge match in response to a bout of the Sportatorium a couple of weeks ago. In the corner, Villalobos hits. And Apollo hits even harder.
What a good move by Villalobos to avoid that.
Only 3 minutes remaining.
And a slap right to the throat. Apollo is in trouble, just barely hanging on. Madrill takes a shot when the opportunity is afforded over on the corner.
Cowboy Tony in anguish on the floor watches Playboy Vince Apollo go down to the big flying move by Manuel Villalobos. Both men slow to get back up. Playboy Vince grabs him, delivers a couple of rights. Back over in the corner. Cowboy Tony wants a tag. Playboy Vince lets him have the tag. And Cowboy Tony's back legal.
the jaw. Cowboy Tony really enjoys coming in when the advantage seems to be in his favor. It looks to me like that he enjoys taking some, what I would consider some cheap shots.
Here's Cowboy Tony. Go ahead, Joe.
2 minutes remaining.
Only 2 minutes remaining. Villalobos back down.
There's a pin.
Top, 1, 2. And Cowboy Tony says no. Well done. We sometimes want to laugh at Cowboy Tony, but he has really hung tough in this event as Madrill now works him over in the corner.
He is hanging tough, and it's really surprising because, you know, I find it hard, you know, when he wears a pink hat, carries ruffled saddlebags, to find that he really has some macho manliness about him, but he has taken a beating and handling it very well.
Bronco Lubitch saves Cowboy Tony from a painful and embarrassing move. Here's Madrill coming back with a splash. 1, 2, and still no 3. Playboy Vincent, he needs to be out. There was no tag.
It was not a tag. He comes in, takes a cheap shot. Cowboy Tony has the pin again.
Only 1 minute remaining, 60 seconds.
60 seconds left. I want to watch how Madrill pulls something out of the hat. He is a great ring technician.
Madrill unable to use the full Nelson pin. Cowboy Tony has him in the corner.
Well, we're looking forward to a great match at the Mesquite Rodeo Arena tomorrow, but it's going to have to go some to be any more exciting and action-packed than what we're seeing right now.
Less than 30 seconds remaining in our time limit. Madrill points to a pretty girl in the crowd and says, "This is for you." Madrill throws him far side. On the rebound, it's going to be the rack. An abdominal stretch hold by Alberto Madrill on Cowboy Tony, the Wild Bull Rider.
Tony complaining to Bronco Lubitch. And Apollo comes in. There was no tag. Lubitch, and there's the bell.
We're out of time again. Another time limit draw, I think, unless they go at it some more. Let's hear from Bronco Lubitch. Joe is having to listen to an explanation. Let's pick it up now. Bronco still talking to Joe. Now here's Joe.
Referee Bronco said it's a draw, but since the Madrill and Manuel Lobos team outpointed the other team, the winning team, El Madrill and Manuel Villalobos.
Okay, Bronco Lubitch has exercised his right to make a referee's decision, but Frankie the Thumper Lancaster has arrived, and it's another gang-up situation that this group loves to do. They've been ganging up all the time. Thumper and Apollo are out there on Madrill while Cowboy Tony is on Manuel Villalobos. They've got Villalobos pinned in the ropes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a mess. Madrill incapacitated on the floor. There's Apollo in now. I don't know what it's going to take to stop this. Madrill is back on his feet, looking for something. He grabs the bell ringer, and there go the jumpers heading for the floor when Madrill hits with the bell ringer. Wow. Madrill in a mess. We will be back. No, we won't. Madrill wants the house mic.
I'll tell you what, people. This is getting a little ridiculous. 3 against 2, isn't it? Aren't you getting tired of that, baby? Huh? Well, I'll tell you what. I don't care what it takes, Randy, but no more 3 against 2. I don't care we have to bring some of this, or we got a good friend, baby, that's going to come in here and help us. You all back us up, and we'll get it done, all right? Right on.
Now Madrill has the support of these fans. We'll be back to talk more about this and more when we return.
I broke my thumb here last Monday night, but that doesn't bother me one bit. Tony Atlas, you're running around here bragging how you beating me at Star Wars. Well, if you remember right, boy, that's what helped with Sweet Brown Sugar, Skip Young, and a 2x4. So I'm challenging you next Monday night right here in Fort Worth, Texas, to a Texas death match. Broken hand or not, that just shows you what kind of man I am. Monday night, a Texas death match. Even if I can't use my Oriole tool, you bring it on, boy, and I'll show you what I'm made of.
All right, a special challenge, Texas death match, Monday night. Stay tuned for our...
I did a lot of thinking, man. And then, you know, it would be a lot easier for me
to take your hand and say, you know, let's let bygones be bygones. But then, you know, I'd have to swallow my pride. And the light heavyweight champion of the world, man, is walking from head to toe with pride. And you know what? Thanksgiving night, man, when you try to take the light heavyweight championship of the world. You know, Sean, you've let your mouth kind of overrun itself, because this is not boxing, Sean. This is professional wrestling. Thursday night, Thanksgiving Reunion Arena. You're going to have to try to wrestle this belt away from me. No disqualification, Sean Simpson. Sean, do you realize what you've got yourself into, man? You know, hold on to this for me. You know what I'm going to do to you, Sean Simpson? I'm going to do to you exactly what I did to your stinking South African buddy, Pete Vandergraelen. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to take you outside to the edge of the ring on the apron. I'm going to put your head between my legs, and I'm going to pile drive you on the concrete floor. I'm going to throw you back in the ring. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to that ringside table. I'm going to pick up the clippers. And yeah, I got attachments that'll go through that long, stringy hair. And I'm going to cut that long, stringy hair. And there's going to be a bald-headed Sean Simpson. And you know the greatest thing of all? There ain't a thing you or anybody else can do about it. Woo!
Eric, Thursday night you're going to be swallowing more than your pride, mate. You're going to be swallowing this. You can take that to the bank, mister.
All right. Thank you, Sean. Thanks.
the world heavyweight wrestling champion, and I don't have to do any talking. He'll do it in the ring. But what I want to inform the wrestling world about, Thanksgiving night, a 3-fall death match. After the second fall, the referee will leave the ring. And we're going to prove once and for all, Kevin Von Erich, you're all talk. When you don't have your father or your brother or one of these referees protecting you, you haven't seen the day that you can beat Al Perez. You've had the wrestling world flim-flam. But Thanksgiving night, your father will not be in the corner. Your brother will not be in the corner. Best man wins. And you're looking at the best man, world heavyweight wrestling champion, Al Perez.
Well, now, Gary, if I may interject here for a moment. I understand that Fritz Von Erich is going to join us here Monday night in Fort Worth to go over the rules for this situation.
The rules are very simple. 3-fall death match, first time ever. After the second fall, the referee will leave. The best man walks out. Fritz Von Erich, I proved it that you have nothing to say in world-class wrestling. And you ain't got anything to say that's worth hearing except a bunch of gaga and a bunch of garbage. The Von Erich's reign has ended in Texas. I hold the gold, and I hold your fate, Kevin Von Erich. Thanksgiving night, when that third fall is over, we gonna leave you laying in the middle of the ring like the piece of trash you are, and it ain't nothing your brother or your father can do about it. You have anything to say?